Hey guys, in this video we're going to look at how BlameF holds outside on Nuke, so let's get started. So typically at the start of the round, BlameF, he's going to be the one that throws this smoke here, the one that covers across the red. While his teammate, he's going to throw a Molotov that lands next to red, and this Molotov is intended to cancel off one of the T's outside smokes to produce a gap. And BlameF, he'll normally start the round in mini to help defend the upper rush. So once again, BlameF, he's going to throw the smoke, his teammate will throw the Molotov, and then BlameF, he's going to go towards mini to hold the upper rush, while his teammate will spot towards the outside area. So here in this round, we're going to see an example of an upper rush. So BlameF, as soon as he gets flashed off and smoked off, notice right here that he's actually going to take this particular angle right here next to the corner, where he actually can't get shot from door, but at the same time, he can support his teammates by spamming this particular angle, and that's how he gets 2 kills here. So if BlameF has a Molotov and his teammate doesn't, he'll normally be the one that throws this Molotov, and here we're going to see an effect. So we're going to see the T's are going to throw outside smokes, and one of the smokes gets cancelled, so it produces a big gap for the cross outside. And basically that's what the goal of using this Molotov is. So sometimes when BlameF is playing this outside area, he'll throw that smoke once again, and he's going to throw a deep nade outside before playing a bit more passively. And then when he plays more passively, he'll just spot this particular angle at mini to basically spot if somebody drops down or if somebody wraps around to help his teammates at upper. So sometimes BlameF and his teammate Poison will like to nade stack outside, and this is really effective if you know that the T's, they always like to send somebody who will go for this outside pick early at the entrance. With this smoke, BlameF can actually get aggressive with it. So here we're going to see that the smoke is going to pop and it allows him to cross towards red without being spotted from the entrance. Here in this particular round, BlameF and Poison, they're going to double nade outside. And as BlameF crosses over towards red, he can also spot the top of silo. And as he spots the top of silo, he can cross over towards red here to be able to peek the bottom portion of outside. So this is a really good spot to get into by simply using this smoke right here. So alternatively, if the T's like to throw outside smokes a lot, especially this first cross smoke here, you can actually cross over towards red and take this particular angle. And this angle is really powerful, so right here we're going to see that he's going to take down shocks. And the real power behind this is that after you get the kill, you can actually fade back into one of the smokes. It makes it very difficult for the T's to be able to trade you. If you look at this from Shox' point of view, he basically doesn't see him as he comes over. Sometimes when BlameF throws the smoke outside, he'll actually like to sit in this corner right here next to the blue box. And this spot is a really good spot to be able to counter the fast mini split that the T's like to do. So right here we're going to set phase, we're going to send 2 players towards this mini area to split towards upper, while the other 3 are going to go through lobby. And this is a really powerful spot because when the T's do this strat, they're not really focused too much on clearing this particular spot right here at red, which is why BlameF is able to get this kill on the back of Rain. And here he's also able to try to jump into the smoke to try to fade away to make it more difficult for him to get traded. However, he gets traded in this round. So here in this round, the T's are actually working towards this outside area. They have 2 players towards this mini area and 2 players towards the backside of red. We're going to see that BlameF, instead of shooting these players on the top of mini, he's actually going to push through the smoke here. And by pushing through the smoke, you can actually flank these players that are working on the other side of red. Another thing that you can do when you're towards this corner is actually have your teammate throw a flash for you. So right here we're going to see that Poison, he's going to get towards this blue box. He's going to get ready to flash for BlameF to peek towards the entrance. So there's the flash. It allows BlameF to be able to peek the entrance to be able to get a kill, and at the same time Poison is still scoped in, ready for the trade. So here's another example of an outside push that you can do. So right here we're going to see that Poison, he's actually going to throw a flash for BlameF to push through the smoke here to challenge the entrance. As well, you can actually aggress outside with your Opera as well. So again, they're going to throw that cross smoke. Poison, he's actually going to go on the left side of red, while BlameF is going to go on the right side. And they can basically challenge the angle from both sides. So right here we're going to see that even after BlameF gets that first kill, BlameF can focus on the top of silo, while Poison, he's now going to be watching towards the lower of outside. And this is a great way to kind of be aggressive towards this outside area, while being able to support each other at the same time. So here's another example of this push. So once again, Poison, he's going to go on the left side of red, while BlameF, he's going to push along the right side. Right here, BlameF, he actually isn't going to see anybody, so he's just going to go into the corner over here. Poison, he's going to take a deeper peek towards this outside area, and he actually makes contact with the T. Now at this point, Poison, he's just going to start falling back, but BlameF, he can actually still stay towards this corner. And the power of staying towards this corner is you actually get a lot of information on what the T's are doing outside. So here we're going to see the T's, they've actually thrown the outside smokes, and they actually don't know that BlameF is actually pushed up here, and he has all the information that the T's haven't crossed outside. You're going to see that Complexity, they're going to sell this even further, and Poison's actually going to throw a Molotov towards this red area to suggest to the T's that they don't actually have this information. So this is a great way to kind of fake the T's and give them misinformation on where your rotation is going to be going. From the spot outside, you can actually decide to push even further to get more information for your team to kind of dictate your rotates. So right here we can see that BlameF, he's going to push outside, doesn't really see anything. it allows Poison to actually move over towards this ramp area to kind of defend against this push. Now that they have 2 ramp, this holds a lot easier, so Poison gets that last kill. And because Poison right here doesn't see anything else further at ramp, BlameF, he knows that these last 2 players have to be towards this lobby area. So he ends up getting this last kill on the rain as well as Cold Zero. So basically by pushing outside, you can kind of dictate how your team will rotate around the map. You can get a lot of information on what you think the T's are planning to do. So here in this round, the T's are actually going to throw the outside smokes. And BlameF, as soon as he sees these outside smokes, he's going to throw a Molotov behind red to slow them down and to also buy time for his rotation. So here, we're actually going to see that Config, he's going to be the one that rotates down. Notice right here that he actually walks down the vent. He tries to make no noise as he goes down, because if there's a player towards this lobby area, he's going to be able to hear the rotation. So he's making sure that he's very silent about it. And at the same time, BlameF, he's actually going to rotate towards this ramp area. So if the T's do decide to go down towards this lower area, his original ramp player will be able to go down towards lower, and then BlameF will be able to cover towards ramp. And at the same time, his upper player, Poison, he's just simply going to focus more on upper and spot outside if they wrap around towards this big garage area. So here's another example of outside smoke. So once again, BlameF is going to throw that Molotov next to red. And then Vitality, they're actually going to throw their own Molotov here. So they're going to throw a particular smoke that's going to extinguish right here at this spot. And I want to talk about the timing of when BlameF uses this nade. So basically, as soon as that smoke pops on top of that Molotov, this is when he uses his nade. And the reason for this is because it's actually very common for the T to be waiting right behind this red area, waiting for the smoke to pop so that they can cross. And because of that, that's exactly how BlameF gets his kill onto Shocks. This is a particular timing that you can use if the T's decide to use this variation of the strat. So when BlameF is playing towards this mini area, sometimes the T's will like to throw the deeper smokes outside, the ones that land more towards the mini/credit card area. And a common reaction that he'll have is he'll actually get his teammate to throw a flash from hell so that he can contest before the smokes even pop. So right here the flash comes through, BlameF gets his kill onto Nico, and then after the smokes pop, he can simply fade into the smoke and rotate over. Here we see BlameF towards this mini area. So the T's are going to throw the deeper mini smoke, and his reaction is to simply drop a smoke in front of him and then right click a flash to be able to peek this angle right here. He gets the kill onto Golden before getting traded out. So when BlameF actually needs to move over from mini towards this big garage area, he'll actually throw a smoke just in front of him like this, and he's going to throw a flash so that he can reposition himself towards this outside area and spot towards the top of mini. And from this position, if the T's decide to do outside smokes, you can also throw a nade towards red to do damage. And then as well, you can also get your teammate from hell to throw this flash here for you. So right here, we're going to see that Poison, he's going to throw a flash just in front of big garage to allow BlameF to peek towards the outside area. And if BlameF doesn't feel like he can actually defend outside from mini, he'll actually just rotate over down through the vent. So Config, he's going to throw a smoke at door to allow BlameF to rotate down towards the vent and then relocate himself towards this backhaul area. From this backhaul area, he can actually contest the angle if he wants to, or he can also fall back into a more passive position like this. And you can also take a deeper angle to simply jump spot the backhaul like this. And if you think you have the timing, you can actually go down towards the control area. And by playing towards the control side, it actually allows your teammate who may rotate from upper to actually take towards that decontamination side, so you can have a good crossfire on this particular choke point. So sometimes we'll also see BlameF play the very left side of big garage. So once again, notice that he throws that cross smoke as he always does to kind of mask the position that he could be playing at. And then here we're going to see that the T's, they throw outside smoke, so he's going to throw a bunch of his utility. And playing in this spot is a really good way to kind of counter the players who like to go towards this mini area, as if they try to wrap in from either from the side or if they try to drop down, this is a really good position to be able to counter them. Sometimes you see BlameF actually play the secret area right away, so he'll get his teammate to throw the cross smoke for red, so that BlameF can focus exclusively on just crossing towards the secret side. And once he's towards the secret area, he'll normally just take this particular angle like this. So sometimes at the start of the round, BlameF will actually go through ramp to get to secret to watch outside. So right here we'll just see him go through the control window. And then another side benefit to this is that if the T's decide to do a vent dive, BlameF is actually here to be able to catch them. So right here he's able to get an easy 3k as he drop down in the vents. If BlameF goes towards the secret area, a common play that he likes to do is to throw this particular Molotov off the light. And then here he'll have his teammate throw a flash just in front of big garage to allow BlameF to contest. And the whole point of this Molotov is actually it makes it very hard for this player who may be up here or maybe down here to actually see him through the Molotov. So that's why he decides to throw this Molotov before peeking out. So if you're playing towards the secret area, it can be beneficial to have your teammate throw a smoke at the entrance of secret, so that when you peek this, you'll actually be able to see the feet of the T's under the smoke. And that's exactly how BlameF gets his kill. And that's going to be it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more future content. Thanks again, I'll see you guys in the next one.